And remember, we are outcasts. We speak to no one, and no one speaks to us.
For your sake, I must go where you will never find me. This is goodbye. Turn your face to the sun, child.
I've done only what you asked. Survive. These are the true wilds, Aloy. With threats unlike any you have ever faced. This will be your last day in the Embrace as an outcast. Use the time to set your mind on the challenges before you.
I can't believe it took me 8 years to play this game. Horizon Zero Dawn was seriously one of the best experiences I've ever had, and here's why. Something gamers can always appreciate is when they can tell the devs have put in hard time and effort into their game. Attention to detail is one of the best ways to show this, and Horizon Zero Dawn has nothing short of it. I would even compare it with games like Red Dead Redemption 2. I mean, my favorite part was probably the intricate design of the machines and how if you shot a specific bit of armor, it would fall off, or if you shot their legs, that would stagger. I think that's super creative, and it was honestly one of the best parts of the game. But it's not just the gameplay where the attention to detail really shines, it's all the cosmetics and the weapons you get as well. You see, every single tribe has their own kind of armor or clothes, and you can always tell the distinction to the point where you actually learn which tribe is which just based off the looks and the amazing attention to detail. And I can appreciate these things so much because the more and more we age with gaming, it feels like that these games are becoming less and less common, and that it's more about trying to churn out a new game rather than really cherish the game and make it into something really personal for the player. Horizon Zero Dawn's story was so compelling, and characters like Aloy made it amazing. Her personal growth and her connection to the world around her, alongside with the emotional depth of supporting characters, made the story resonate with me on a human level, which I think is super important if you want to have a good story. I felt like every journey and every secret we uncovered, I was right there with her. And I would find myself thinking about the story and the premise of the game when I wasn't playing the game, which I always think is a very good indicator if it's a good story. I also really love the setting of the game, being a post-apocalyptic future where an ancient civilization has crashed and burned due to basically abusing AI technology. I think this is really cool because we're living in a time and age where AI is becoming more and more prevalent in the real world. For all you conspiracy theorists out there, it makes you think a little bit. And maybe one day in the future we mess up with AI and destroy the whole world, and I don't know, some chick named Roberta now has to come and save the world and fix everything and uncover our previous mistakes. I think the fact that like these things could technically somehow happen in who knows amount of time is why people really enjoyed the story and why it kept them around. And any questions that you have or are wondering about the previous civilization or about the story can easily just be answered by side questing and a lot of red herrings left around by the writers to keep adding to the mystery, which I think is really cool. I thought the pacing was great in the game as well. As you progress through the story, so did the world around you, and you would learn more about robots, more about the weapons you're using, and just the general environment. And then to wrap it all up with all the little bits of mystery that were plucked around the world, the ending blew my mind. There's so many things to like about Horizon Zero Dawn's world. The amazing separation and differences in the biomes, the side quests and the characters that you meet that aren't even part of the main story, and the endless possibilities that you can create or find within the open world. You know, I see a really common theme with great open world games. The side content is always super fleshed out and not boring and feel like a annoying task that you kind of have to do. And the environment is super immersive and makes you feel like you're really there. But the thing that confuses me is that I feel like this is so obvious to see for anybody. I mean, you can take a look at the best open world games and they all have this in common. So it's really just a shame that the standard of a game created in 2017 is still outperforming so many games being created in 2025 and 2024. The developers of this game clearly understood that to create a good game, the player must feel like they're being involved with the characters and involved with the environment. I'm not going to say any games in particular, but it's far too common nowadays that the open world genre has just turned into a poor excuse for creating a giant map that you would think would have a lot of good content in it, but really doesn't. I think the beauty of the open world genre is leaving all the little red herrings and the little hints around the world for players to find by themselves that's not led by the main quests. This game does that perfectly, and even when you're not searching for a clue or not searching for more information, just by playing the game, you can randomly stumble upon something amazing. And that was what kept me engaged the whole time. Just the fact that I knew that at any point during the game, I could accidentally find some incredible lore, a new weapon, a new amazing quest. There was always that element of, oh, maybe this has got something cool in it, or if I go down this pathway, there's something new here. And that's how the open world genre should feel. It should feel like you're always exploring and you're on edge about possibly finding new secrets. And I know I'm talking so highly about this game, but it really is because I enjoyed it so much. And I'm not the only one. It has incredible reception on Steam, and any video game review website you search up has great reviews about it, if you trust those anymore. So I would just like to end this video by giving a big thank you to Guerilla Games for providing me with an amazing gaming experience. Horizon Zero Dawn still sets the benchmark for how an open world RPG should feel in 2025, and I know I'm late, but I can't wait to play Forbidden West.